Hi everyone. The next topic is grayback normal form. So grayback normal form is a kind of a normal form. We already know what is a normal form. Normal form actually gives the standardization to the grammar. So if a context free grammar want to be in a grayback normal form, it should follow certain production rules format, that is A to B. A to B means non-terminal to terminal, A to B, D1 and so on DN, which means a non-terminal to terminal with any number of non-terminals, and S to epsilon. S means starting symbol to epsilon. Okay, now so these are the grayback normal form production rules of format. If you convert this CFG context free grammar into this format, then that grammar should be in the grayback normal form. Okay, so once again I'm repeating. So normal form is nothing but used to provide the standardized grammar. Okay, now the context of free grammar can be converted into this production rules of format, then that grammar is said to be in the grayback normal form grammar. So for a given grammar, so there is a possibility of more than one GN of grayback normal forms. So it grayback normal form production rules also produce the same language as generated by the context free grammar. Okay, now let's see what is the algorithm to convert a context free grammar into the grayback normal form. So it includes a 5 steps. The first one is, if the start symbol S occurs on the right side of the grammar, then create a new symbol. So generally any production start with the start symbol S, we know already that. So but now the thing is, if S starting symbol appears at the right side of the production rule, in any production rule, we have to take a new start symbol, that is S1, in case only. Okay, if there is a possibility, if S starting symbol present at right side, then only we can go with this one. And remove null productions. So we already see the null productions, unit productions, and useless symbols in the minimization of grammar. If the grammar consisting any null productions, unit productions, we have to remove them by using the minimization techniques. And next, remove all direct and indirect left recursion. We already know the left recursion and types direct and indirect and how to remove them. We have to do that. And the next one, do proper substitutions of productions. So what we did in the recursion, that is actually we are doing. Okay, so we have to substitute, we have to remove the any complexities or recursions exist in the grammar. So finally we get the GNF. Okay, for the given CFG context free grammar, we can get the grayback normal form grammar. Okay, so let's go with an example. So here this is the grammar given for us. So S starting symbol with a XY two non-terminals, one production rule, XN non-terminal and terminal, second production rule, and P is a terminal. So that is from the S, three production rules are combined into one. And the next one, X2 MX. MX means terminal and non-terminal, only terminal. Okay, two production rules are combined here. And the next one, Y2 XN O means non-terminal, terminal, one production rule, and O is the second production rule are combined. Okay, so if you see the starting symbol, we don't have a S on any right side. Okay, so for that we can skip the first step. And if you see the production rules, we don't have any epsilon production. That means epsilon means if a grammar produce epsilon, then that we have to remove them. In case if it is not a part of a language, we discussed all these things in the minimization of a grammar CFG. So here also we don't have any epsilon productions, and also we don't have any unit productions. What is meant by unit productions? Non-terminal to non-terminal, single non-terminal at left hand side and single non-terminal at right hand side. So that is also not there. So that's why we have to skip the first three steps in the conversion algorithm. Okay, so then look for any mean any recursions exist. Recursion means if the leftmost non-terminal in the RHS is same as the LHS, then that is said to be LHS, then that is said to be recursion. So in this grammar, this is the leftmost and it cannot match with the this symbol, and here this cannot match with this one, and here this cannot match with the this one. Okay, so we don't have any recursions. It may be direct or maybe indirect, we don't have. So that's why we can also skip the fourth step also. Okay, so given grammar don't have any start symbol in the RH side, and the second one, no unit productions, no epsilon productions, null productions, and don't have any recursions. So directly we can move to the fifth step. If the case we have those things, we have to remove by the previous classes. Okay, left recursion unte recursion techniques ni use chesi remove cheyali. Minimum epsilon productions unna ledante unit productions unna minimization use cheskoni remove cheyali. సో ఎస్ అనేది రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ కనుక ఉంటే దానికోసం న్యూ స్టార్ట్ సింబల్ని కూడా క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. అవేం లేవు కాబట్టి డైరెక్ట్గా మనము ఫిఫ్త్ స్టెప్లోకి వెళ్తున్నాం. ఓకేనా? So by mistakenly I defined 3 here, so go with the 4 and here. Okay, so we can skip 1 to 4 and start with the fifth step. So we already have a grammar, so S2 XY XOP. So this is a S production rule, and now we can replace X. What is X here? MXM. So we can replace X in S. So what is X actually? MXM. So then we get, so here we have a X, here we have a X. Okay, so MXY MY MX O M O, and P directly we define. Okay, so in place of X we substitute this, in place of in this X we substitute this. So finally we get S as like this. Okay, and the next one, again we can replace X in Y. So in the production, in the grammar we have a 3 production rules, so starting symbol X and Y. Okay, so initially what we did, so we substitute X in S. Now we can substitute X in Y. Okay, so substitute or replace X in Y. So then what is X actually? MXM. So in place of X we define MXN and MN and O alone we can get. Okay, so what we did, just substitution of X, capital X non-terminal production rule into S production rule as well as the Y production rule. Okay, so then we get a new productions, take a new productions. So for a small terminal O, we can go with the non-terminal O. For terminal P we can go with the non-terminal P. For terminal N we can go with the non-terminal N. Okay, so we can add all these things to the new production set. Okay, so after substituting X in S, this we get. After substituting X in Y, this we get. Okay, now the finalized GNF, this one. Okay, now you can look at this grammar. So whether it is in the GNF format or not. So what is actually GNF format? One non-terminal to terminal alone, and one non-terminal to terminal with any number of non-terminals. Okay, so let's see. So this is a non-terminal. So one terminal and many non-terminals, and one non-terminal to terminal. Okay, so this is actually matching the GNF. This is actually matching the GNF production rule format. So the finalized grammar is in the final grammar is in the GNF format. And here we have a note. In the Chomsky normal form also we didn't discuss about a starting symbol. In that Chomsky normal form also, if S starting symbol appears at the right hand side, then you should make it as a one of the non-terminal, and you have to make a new starting symbol like this. So this is the grammar given, okay, for Chomsky normal form. So S is a start symbol and S also appear on the RHS. Okay, for that reason you should make it as a one of the non-terminal, and you can take a new start symbol S naught. Okay, so don't leave this S as a start symbol. Why? Because it has a RHS. It is also there in the RHS. That's why you can take a new start symbol. Okay, the remaining process is same as the previous algorithm. Okay, this is about Chomsky as well as the Grayback normal forms.